Hello, beautiful, beautiful souls. I hope you enjoyed the fifth dimension. Today we're going to be having a look at the sixth dimension. So, no further ado, let's go. Hello, Alexander Quinn here, Starseed Navigating the Light. So we're doing the sixth dimension today. Off we go, straight into it. Please give the like button a big sixth dimensional like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and then you get all the latest top videos. I love you all, thank you so much.
Sixth dimensional consciousness is oneness with all souls and all life created by God, felt everywhere throughout the cosmos. It is the consciousness of us or we, and not the self known as I. It is oneness with every divine God-created aspect within the cosmic design. Another way to explain this is the electrical and etheric fields of the body, which are used like a light interface within the body's energy field, like a spiritual internet where everything is connected simultaneously, conducting connected cellular consciousness. In this system there is a direct interface among light, the cells, and the electrical fields of biochemistry. One can seek and find and know absolute illuminated truths about anything if intention is focused on it, whether it be past, future, present, person, or even cosmic objects like planets and their vibrations. To operate in this density is to have unity, conscious oneness with God and all souls. When manifesting the divine energies, workers of God respond instantly to sixth dimensional intentions in the highest or most divine way, creating designs that inadvertently are also the higher good of every soul involved in that intention. This is where group unity consciousness becomes present. Often beings that are channeled from this energy communicate as collectives or councils of beings. Sometimes this can even be the collective intelligence of AI or self-thinking technologies, however not as often. In basic terms, one can feel and know the thoughts of all others in another galaxy should they decide to place their intention there. A good example of this is a direct message from the Sirian High Council based in the Sirius star system. They allude to the beginning of our ascension, and their sixth dimensional perspective regards how they feel us in this shift. Transmission begins. As Gaia rings, as Gaia strums the chords of her heartstrings, her song ringing throughout the universe, the music of the spheres resounds with the lights and sounds of your solar deity in transformation. The Earth, your planetary family, your sun, that brilliance that is the galaxy in which you currently appear, all are tuning their instrument to the higher octave in the universal chorus of life. Your planet is ringing new frequencies into the cosmic sea, and all intelligence is attuning to the cosmometric proportions that are woven into the light strings of love holding us in the oneness. Ours is a distant lens upon Earth affairs, yet we are so near to you that we can feel the warmth of your breath and hear the thoughts that delight or torment you. We feel great compassion for those who are drowning in that sense of hopelessness and dread, as all the outer realities that have appeared to be secure are disrobed of the illusion and seen for what they are through the dim light of those who would manipulate events to control you. End of message. Interconnectedness becomes interplanetary in sixth density. The very vibrations and tones of a planet can be felt, including their own personal frequency and sexual orientation. For example, Earth is a feminine planetary consciousness. Mars has a male persona. Beings begin to live in realities like the butterfly effect. This means that on initial conditions in which a small change in one state, a deterministic nonlinear system, can result in large differences to a later state, person, or place. In other words, one action could have various consequences in other parts of the universe far or close to the original proximity. As you begin to enter 5D, the past, present, and future begin to enact simultaneously. In 6D this is still the case, but there is a higher perception of timelines, their potentials, the effect and their outcomes across them all. There is a sensitivity to this, as empathy love is a primary motivator, meaning that actions encompass the greater and best good for all, viewing all timelines simultaneously. You see a Doctor Strangelove in Avengers: Infinity War carry out a similar process. He begins to view all timelines and their potentials in order to grasp the best course of action. In 6th density, one can relocate or consciously experience two or more realities at the same time if needed mentally or physically. The higher self is almost completely integrated into the physical light body, and the third eye chakra is fully open at all times, allowing for very psychic abilities, directly reading another's soul, including their akashic records and genetic information. In turn, this eliminates deception, lies or barriers, as there is full acceptance of all. The higher self is so interconnected that divine guidance is at hand, changing social structures radically. Management systems and governments are now not needed, and there are only councils or more experienced beings who are groups of representatives only. Imagine you are working in a corporation where all people have an exact knowledge of what is to be done and how it will be done at all times without needing confirmation, instruction, or management. In this energy there is no forced punishment socially, as everything is soul growth and accepted as meant to be, or the law of just being. That is not to say that bad things do not happen in this dimension, however. Other than punishment, soul work is carried out on the individual when they are out of alignment. In 5D, all beings begin to speak telepathically, with some speaking verbally. In 6th density there is only telepathic communication. Technology is also very advanced and telekinesis is very common. Thoughts control physical things, including their physics. Time travel is available, and beings travel in and out of galaxies and all around the universe in high-tech craft. This in turn leads to more exposure of different races and more DNA being mixed, leading to communities not only being interracial, but also having different species or mixtures living harmoniously. The ego as we know it has completely vanished, and the barriers between the conscious and subconscious mind are lowered at free will, allowing very high functioning computing within the brain. Brain barriers such as right and left are redundant, with full brain capacity working and firing in all previously unused places. Physiology changes also, with the body becoming much more crystalline and much less dense. The higher self-light body is almost completely integrated, and in turn the being's energy is a closer match to light and photonic vibrational energy. Little sleep or food is now needed within a light body that is very energized. Throughout history, 6th-dimensional beings have openly visited the Earth, offering assistance in times of needed change. These are the Ascended Masters. Many religious and sacred texts speak of these beings who could turn water into wine and walk on water. They used their high consciousness to control physics. These include Jesus, Sanat Kumara, Gautama Buddha, Maitreya, Confucius, Lord Lando, Mary, Mother of Jesus, Lady Master Nada, Enoch, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, and Kuthumi. There are many more. We have come to the end. Take a deep breath. We have covered a lot of information here.
So that was a bit about the 6th dimension. I do want to give an honourable mention to the fairy folk and the fae. They also play somewhere within the realms of the 4th and the 6th dimension. And who would we be without those? So coming up next, we have the 7th dimension. This is the celestial realm. This is where our angels come out, and some interesting stuff. I will see you there.